This is my Creation PCUT 1200 plotter, and today I'll be going through some steps on how I fixed an issue that did exist with this plotter ever since I bought it, and that is the blade kept slipping up while I was cutting vinyl. Here are some pics of the blade holder, and you can see that on the top of it it's kind of cracked, and that was causing the blade to keep slipping up. So I ended up purchasing a replacement part. It comes with the whole assembly from eBay. So this is it. Here I'm taking off the Carriage cover just to inspect the blade arm, and I soon realized that there's more to the story and I would need to further disassemble the plotter in order to get to the top of the carriage so I can replace that part. And that's why I've put the plotter on the floor now. I've unscrewed those screws on either side to pop off those panels. My main goal at the moment is to get that plate off on the very top, just so I can have access to the carriage screws so I can undo them. You can see that the job is starting to get just a bit messy. Now I've located the screws on either side. I'm unscrewing them, and mind you, they are on there pretty tightly, so if you have WD-40 you can use a bit and it'll really help you get them off. Also, if you've got a long screwdriver, it'll give you that extra leverage. So now it's off, and I'm having a look and seeing what steps I have to take next, because mind you, there isn't really any guide online that specifically outlines how to fix this issue. Here's a closer look at the carriage, and you can see that I've taken off the right wheel that guides the whole assembly, left and right, and I'm just trying to see a safe way, or determine a safe way to get the second one off. And now I've realized that I need to take off that chip just so I don't risk breaking it. Here I've just sped up some footage of me trying to take off the second guide. There was a lot of fidgeting to it, but once it came off, then it allowed me to take off the whole blade assembly. Here is when things started to go a bit downhill. As I was removing the laser pointer from the holder, the flex cable actually snapped off it. So I attempted to solder it and try to fix the issue then and there, but unfortunately it didn't work. So at this stage I think I need to buy another laser pointer. I've put the laser issue to the side and continued on to installing the blade holder, and I've done a test cut. I wasn't happy with how it was cutting. It was cutting way too lightly, so now I'm just adjusting a couple of things. And the first thing that I'm adjusting is the blade itself. I've rotated the adjusting screw at the top probably half a turn, and you can see that the blade is protruding out just a bit more, and that has helped me getting a deeper cut. Also, the force was adjusted on the plotter and it was set to 120. We finally got the plotter back together again, and I'm doing another final test cut. I'm just cutting out some text. It's going to say caveman, and I'm going to stick it on my garage door, and it looks like the issue has been resolved. The blade isn't slipping out anymore, which is good, and you know, I'm not having to adjust it every 5 seconds. I've managed to come up with a temporary fix for the laser issue, and that is to actually just eyeball it out. And you can see here it's like a bird's eye view of that second hole. And what I'm aiming for is that corner of the vinyl page to be exactly in the middle. So once it's in the middle, I estimate it, then I have this other laser for presentations, and I put it in the holder and I just press it to see where I'm at and to make sure that it's all lined up. Okay, so that is going to conclude the video. I'm sure that when I do cut another vinyl design, I'm going to have to make some further fine adjustments, but in the meantime I am happy with how it's cutting text, and it's just so much easier now that I don't have to keep adjusting or repositioning the blade. So I hope you find this video helpful, and I'll see you next time.